Most of you are familiar with SIG SAUER's P320 line. Now, SIG took the P320 to a whole new level with the X5 Legion. Now, this was not intended to replace the P320 F9 M17, that's a mouthful, which was selected by the U.S. Army. Coming in at almost double the weight of the M17, the X5 Legion was designed for accuracy at the range. Thus, why I'm at 50 yards here and also in competition and not running around in the field. It feels great in the hands, guys. Let's see how it does at the range. Check this out. I'm Drew from Beyond Seclusion, bringing you the reviews directly here to Gun.Deals. Now, real quick, if you're not familiar with Gun.Deals, Gun.Deals is a website where you can go and share and find some of the best gun-related deals available for purchase online or in retail stores. It's awesome, guys. You just type in the name of the gun or the product that you're looking for in the search window, and it'll show you anything and everything that's been posted from any user, company, or website. Gun.Deals does not sell firearms or anything else. They simply browse and search the web for the best deals, saving you a ton of time. They add nothing to the cost of the product. In fact, they simply redirect you to other web pages to the best deals. It's genius. I love it. I will be completely honest. I am not familiar with SIG pistols other than their reputation. I'm working on getting some opportunities to start reviewing some SIG firearms. I'm really hoping to get my hands on the P320 M17. That's kind of the basic military duty version. I would love to see how it compares to this one. I love my MPX Rattler in both a 5.56 and 300 Blackout. This particular gun was loaned to me by a friend. Thanks, buddy. This just feels solid in the hands. We were joking, if you're running out of ammo, this thing is heavy enough, you can just pistol whip them to death and you don't even need bullets. This just feels solid in the hands. The frame is a tungsten infused polymer, so you get the weight of a steel frame with the flex and recoil reduction of a polymer. Let's take a quick look at specs and tech and an up close so we can get to the steel. Okay, so real quick and up close, the first thing that you're going to notice is this is heavy. It feels like a steel frame, and that was actually the intent. It even looks steel, but this is the polymer. This is the tungsten infused polymer, and the idea is to give it the weight of a steel frame, which is going to reduce recoil. Now, some of the features, it's got a really nice rail here on the bottom. Okay, we've got our fiber optic front sight. We've got the cuts that actually decrease a little bit of the weight, but are, I think, more probably for visual, and then also help cooling the barrel. You can see in there, we've got the bull barrel. A lot of gun manufacturers are doing this these days. We've got the chambered indicator there, so you'd actually be able to see the brass. We have a fully adjustable rear sight. There is not fiber optics on the rear sight. Now, one thing is you don't see any screws for attaching this, but this is optics ready. We take the slide off, and then we push in on this button, and this comes down. Okay, this little plate comes down, and we do have to remove some of the striker firing pin and parts, and then there's two screws on the bottom that we can unscrew, and this pops off, and then it's optics ready. It's optics ready for the Romeo 1 Pro, the Delta Point Pro, and then also the RMR. We've got ambidextrous slide release. It's not ambidextrous safety. It's not an ambidextrous mag release. The mags have an aluminum floor plate. Apparently, a lot of people shooting competition like that. Another feature is the flared Magwell. And this is also either metal or tungsten injected polymer. It feels really heavy. We can remove this because a lot of competitions don't allow the flared magwell. We can just simply unscrew that and this pops off, and then we can use it with or without that. The grip and the texture is extremely comfortable. The angle is very, very similar to a 1911. It is meant to basically mimic a 1911. We can see here our skeletonized trigger. Okay. Nice. Reset. Audible click. And here's our wall. And you can see there's a little bit of creep there. It is, in my opinion, not the most crisp or clean break. However, for a factory pistol trigger, it's exceptional. If I was shooting competition, serious competition, I don't think that this trigger would probably be suffice, but most of us getting this aren't going to be shooting competition. We're just looking for a really nice trigger for playing in target practice. If I was shooting competition, it would work. As far as breaking down the gun, I really like this. This is probably one of my favorites. We just pulled the slide all the way back. And if we had the mag in, you pull it back, drop the mag out. And then this lever here, we don't have to pull the trigger or do anything else. It just simply flips all the way over. And the slide comes off. No pulling the trigger. Now, another thing with this is this has the modular fire control system, aka the trigger, which is actually the patented part. This here turns and then it pops out, and then the trigger group itself comes out, and we can swap frame styles. Once we put it in the frame, we just simply put it back in or in, and then we work this back in, and we're back to where we started from. Another thing to show you is this uses 1911 springs, comes with a 14-pound and a 12-pound, so you can adjust your recoil for different loads, and then we have a solid steel spring rod or guide rod here. And for a 9mm, that's a thick, heavy barrel. Now, in several videos that I saw by SIG, they talk about 25-30% weight reduction in the trigger as far as pull. I want to just see what we actually get. Nice, just under 4 pounds. Getting 3.5. 3.5. About 3.5. It's got a good sight picture. There you have it. All the tech info you want. If you need more, just go to SIG's webpage. The purpose of this gun is competition shooting. The idea is competition quality and an affordable price. Is this going to be as good as some of the high-end competition guns running between 2 and 4K? No, it's not. But what if you're looking at getting into competition shooting or just want that level of performance? This is possibly a great place to start. It's going to be hard to beat for the coin. Enough talking. It's steel banging time. Okay, as far as I know, this is straight out of the box. I have no idea if my buddy did anything with the sights. I've got some decent quality ammo in there. I just want to see if I can hit something at 50 yards with this. Okay, so what I want to do now is, out of all the different kinds of ammo that I have and that I've shot, I found that my Gecko always groups, or pretty much always groups, the best. I want to see what I can get on paper, benching it here, and basically eliminating as much as possible human error or shooter error. I'm no competition shooter. I do have a good steady trigger pull. I do a lot better with rifles. Let's see what we can get. let's go take a look. Okay, I don't know. Not real impressive thus far. I'll try fiddling with the sights, maybe try some different ammo. Now this is just gonna sound crazy to some of you, but I'm not kidding. I've had some of my best luck accuracy with Tula. Plus, I'd just like to see if we have any light primer strike issues with this. You know, somebody buying this gun probably isn't gonna run steel case through it, but I do like to know if I wanted to, I could, or if I've got some military surplus or something that maybe is a little harder primer if it'll shoot. Let's see how this groups. Let's check it out. Okay, so on the last one, I circled those with green. Yeah, it's still a fairly large spread. Yeah, let's try a heavy bullet, like 147 grain. Okay, now that I colored them, actually, that wasn't too bad of a group. You know, and for those that were doubting the Tula, I mean, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 within here, and then I had 3 and the remainder, which actually did a lot better than the Gecko. Okay, so now I want to try something heavy. This is my Blazer, was 147 grain full metal jacket. Let's see if this barrel, this gun, likes the heavier bullet. Let's take a look. Yeah, I'd say that is probably the best group yet. It needs to go right, but we're not looking for on the bullseye. We're looking for groups right now. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We had a flyer down here. Now that's getting pretty decent at 50 yards. Okay, so one of the things that they're claiming is significantly reduced recoil. Let's just do it in slow-mo. I'm going to compare this to my Glock 17. Definitely felt good. I do like how that feels in my hand. Nice, guys. I really do like the trigger, and it really does feel good. After doing the sight in, I went down and I cleaned and did a light polish of the barrel, and it seems to be doing better. Because this isn't my gun, I really am not going to break in the barrel, but I have experienced a lot of guns that need at least 100 rounds or more break-in. This is starting to group and perform really nice. Nice. Let's just see what we can do at 100. as the more time goes on and the more rounds go down, the more I'm liking this. Let's bench it and try 200. Now what's interesting is I can't even see the target because I've got to line it up and then go up. Okay, we're at 25 yards. Let's just see how fast I can get my last 5 rounds on. There you have it. It is what it is. You decide what you think. I hope you enjoyed the video, found it helpful. If so, and if you have not checked me out on my YouTube channel, come take a peek. Help support the channel. Until next time on Gun.Deals, happy shooting, educate our young people to shooting and gun safety, and be a safe and responsible gun owner.